job search, because your job search requires complete focus and a very clear mind to plan it out. It's not just applying to jobs, it's also taking a step back, taking a moment to think, now is the opportunity for me to see how the next phase of my career maps out. How can I make it better? Or maybe is there something else I want to do rather than just look for a job, a different job from what I was doing. Exercising the mind and the body and staying focused on your goals will certainly help you achieve that. So, to reassess your career, you need to think long term. Invest in maybe career counseling. End of the day, your career should be something that is done by design and it's not just by chance or just happening on its own. It's also a good time to assess your finances, consider maybe upskilling, part-time work also, reach out to your network. This is a good time to start building up or getting in touch with people who you've lost contact with. And you can certainly bounce back because if you do a dedicated job search, maybe reevaluate your priorities, look at upskilling, you can certainly transition from this phase into one that is more positive and gives you a better career, hopefully.
Thank you. You have rightly pointed out the people who lost their career options, opportunities due to pandemic. They should start searching actively. Besides, you have also pointed out that they can reskill themselves. Maybe they cannot bounce back to their existing career due to many reasons, but obviously they have opportunity to drive another one. So for the second option, they can reskill themselves. Some skills development activities could be done, one training, one certification, or one course can be done, many things. So how can a student plan their career? Because when someone lost his job, he can search actively, but a student who just have completed their graduation on full graduation, and they are also searching. So how a student can search their career? What is your advice?
Yes, of course. So see, some things in life are better with a plan, even though you can't plan everything. So career is definitely one of these things. So, if I may give an example of if you're planning a dinner party, if you're going to wait till the last minute to go shopping, then cooking, you're going to become stressed and overwhelmed. But when you plan your meal, your menu in advance, you know what to shop for and get it beforehand, then the whole experience of the preparation can be very rewarding and enjoyable. So it is exactly the same with our careers. So career exploration can be done well in advance. You don't have to wait till you finish school and then start planning your career. Whether you're in the classroom discussing it with teachers, with students, or even with your family members, please, students should look at exploring all possible careers that they are drawn to or they find interesting. So they would need to actually look at it with the perspective of getting a deeper understanding of what careers they are looking. Sometimes when they get into it deep, it may not be what they think it is. And that's perfectly fine. But the research upon it is something that the student should conduct himself. What is it that they like about that career? What is it that draws them to that particular line of work? And research is important also because it conveys to them ground reality. In fact, each time when I've done career counseling sessions for my students, I have whenever we discuss the career streams that come up and options that we want to explore, I always tell them, please find somebody in the families and friend circle so that who's already into this job, in this vocation or this particular line of work that you're so intrigued by, and go and spend a day or two with them, shadow them, and then you will know exactly what it entails. And some aspects of it you may like, some aspects of it you may not like, but then you have to think, what is it that you're going to live with and what is it that you can manage. that really becomes an eye-opener for most of them. And I will just move a step back from the point that I said that when we explore career streams. So these career streams actually come through a career assessment that a student can get done, which is what which maps out the personality, the values, the interest, and the aptitude, and that is how career assessments are critical. And after you have done all this is when you develop your career plan. So it allows that career plan will allow you to navigate the critical choices such as what school should you go to further on, what subject should you major in, what are the internship options that will give you practical experience to the theory that you have learned. So the secret lies in identifying these options which will give you a high probability of success. That is what the students need to focus on. So a very comprehensive career plan stresses the importance of knowing enough about your unique attributes, about specific career fields, and also about your priorities in life. And this is where, a good career counselor or a good teacher can come in and help out. This is where the students should start the career planning journey.
Thank you, ma'am. You have advised the students of my audience that please select multiple options and try to know how these options are effective for you. Whether these are matching with your personality, your social status, your family's background, and many more things. She also advised, please have a look of 2 or 3 days of a particular professionals you would like to. That means it is almost like apprenticeship. The apprenticeship is something formal, institutional, but it is informal. You just go there and try to observe the lifestyle of a professional you would like to be. So then you can select the best option for your career. Also, she advised that before selecting your major courses in bachelor degree or master degree, please try to relate this into your career, your personality, your social or economic background, so that you cannot do something wrong or you cannot select something wrong. So there are lots of confusion, ambiguity before selecting the best option. Could you please inform us, ma'am, that what is the best way to remove career confusion?
I wanted to add one more thing, to the previous question, if I may.
Please. Please.
Because I was just thinking that, usually career counseling should start as early as in the 9th standard, because that is where the students need to start choosing their streams and, specialization for high school. So it would be helpful for them to decide at that point of time. Because nowadays, of course, there are many psychometric tests which analyze the interests of the students, and they help clear the confusion at that stage as to what they want to take in their 10th standard, 11th standard, and so on. So I just wanted to bring that point here. Sorry I interrupted you, but yes, we can move to the next question.
No, thank you very much, ma'am. That career planning should not be started in bachelor level. It should be just go straight to class 9 or standard 9, where your specialization selected. Either you will go for science or arts or commerce, you go for biology, chemistry, mathematics, you go for doctors, engineers, and many more subjects. So career planning started at standard 9, and then obviously it will be bold during your bachelor degree. Because in the subcontinent, we usually select our professional course in the bachelor level. So obviously it has another impact, because a doctor became a doctor after his bachelor degree, an engineer became an engineer after his bachelor degree. So this is the secondary stage of selecting career. Because if at standard 9 you cannot select a science group, that you cannot become a doctor or engineer. You select arts or commerce, then you cannot go for only scientific subject, which is
Yes.
like physics, chemistry, this sort of subject. So you have to be a student of science. So obviously, career planning started at standard 9, and later on we were discussing that to select the best career for a student, we sometimes became confused. For example, for myself, while I was a very little kid, I was thinking, I was seeing a movie, I saw the hero is doing everything supernatural. So I dreamt that I should be a hero in my career because
Okay.
he is doing something extraordinary. So after few days when I crossed my standard 5 or 6, then I came, no, these are the all actings, nothing real practical. So police is doing something practical because he has an institutional capacity, he has some power in hand, legal power. So I should become a policeman. So after a few days, while I became at standard 9 or 10, that I came to understand, no, police has some limitation in his power. Rather, I should become a judge because a judge can give jurisdiction. So he has most powerful weapon in his hand. He can make everybody loyal to his judgment. So I should be a judge. But afterwards, I became a business professional, a development worker. So